What's up, what's up, what's up? We are back for another FFTV magazine movie review, man. So this one was kind of different, right? Because I'm not a huge Marvel, Capcom, all that right there. I'm not really big on that, right? When I was growing up, my older brother was into the comics and stuff like that. But me, I was into basketball and scary movies, man. I was watching Chucky, I was watching Freddy Krueger, I was watching Jason. I wasn't really watching no comic stuff, no comic books or nothing. So this one was a little bit different.
Okay, Guardians. The High Evolutionary has rocket. We need to save it, or this will be the end.
Someday, me and my friends are gonna go flying together into the forever and beautiful sky.
We were gone for quite a while.
Don't forget.
But no matter what happens next, the galaxy still needs its guardians.
Knock it off!
What?
You got issues, Quill.
Oh, come on.
So if you didn't already know, I'm reviewing The Guardian of the Galaxies, Volume 3. Okay, now before we get started, let's shout out some of these sponsors. The first one you see on the chest is the Counting Me Out podcast. If you haven't checked that out already, go check that out. It is on YouTube right now. Shout out to JQ Sports PR. Shout out to Spoon. Shout out to Meg. It is produced by your boy Fonzy, man. This is what we doing out here, okay? Second, let's shout out Hidden Hills, man. Get you a luxury watch, man. There's actually a end part of that. Shout out to Black Zach, man. He gave me that, but I ain't gonna finish the way he said it. If you want to know what he said, go check back and look at my interviews with Black Zach. All right. Anyway, that's not what this about. So let me take you to why we here, okay? I had to review the movie Guardians of the Galaxy. Shout out to Bianca and BMRPR and making sure that your boy is there, okay? So we went in first, it was a smooth little vibe because it wasn't like the last movie review where it was packed in there, okay? This time, when I walked in, it was a little bit more manageable, right? So you know they called your boy over for the red carpet. You know I'm about to start calling myself Red Carpet Fonz because I stay on that red carpet, man. Either I'm filming or I'm the talent posing, baby. But that's a different story, right? So I went over to the red carpet, got my shots off on the red carpet. You see that right there. Then after leaving the red carpet, I see this long line going back there, right? And everybody tucking their phones and putting their phones in. But they told me to go on in. So I just walked right on in. I ain't give up my phone, didn't have to wait in line. So shout out to them and shout out to Bianca for getting your boy in that exclusive package, you heard? But anyway, I get in and of course the movie theater is packed, man. I don't even know how it's so packed because I thought I just saw so many people outside. I mean, not outside, they was in the movie theater, but you get what I'm saying. But it's packed in there, man. So I'm once again sitting in the front. But you know what's crazy about that is I thought to myself, dang, this don't look as bad right here as it did the last time. No shade to the Air movie, no shade Ben Affleck, no shade. But one thing I did research on is the producer of the film, I think his name was James. He did an extraordinary job with basically the formatting the movie, right? He had over 600 different formats for the movie theaters. Okay, so let me break that down because I'm a cameraman, so I completely understand where that's coming from, also being on the editor side. He has 600 different versions of the movie. That way different movie theaters could show and maximize the video that they're getting, right? So think about it like this. There's certain movie theaters that are smaller than others. So like I live in Atlanta. Atlanta has these big movie theaters. So where I did the private screening at, the Regal, the screen is huge, right? So where I grew up at in Sumter, South Carolina, at the small little mall out there, I haven't been there in years, so it's probably different now, but let's just imagine it being a small movie theater. The theater is not as big and the screen is not as big. So he had versions to fit that, and he had versions to fit the big screens like you have in Atlanta. So shout out to him for that, man, because I'm telling you, as a cameraman and as an editor, wow, to have over 600 different versions, that's crazy. But I understand, because there's going to be different movie theaters, different ways of viewing. How you view it on TV is going to be different from how you view it on Netflix. So shout out to him for that. But let's get back to the movie, man. Or we're not even getting to the movie yet, but we ain't even got to the movie. So shout out my boy Reach Radio, because Reach Radio was hosting the event. So he showed your boy some love. So I felt right at home doing this private screening, right? So we get to it and they bring out, I'm sorry, man, I don't want to mispronounce his name, but he was the villain in the movie, right? Hold on, let me look him up, because I have his name. Let me see. Wow. So his name is Chuck Woody. Yeah, so I knew I was gonna mess that up. Sorry, my brother, my good brother, but you played a great part, okay? So shout out to him, because he came there, he was there in the flesh. He came and spoke to us about the movie. Now, the first thing he told us that stood out to me was this movie was gonna take you on a roller coaster, and it was gonna take you through all your emotions. You would be happy, so you gonna laugh, but you also gonna be sad and you gonna cry. And that kind of threw me off, because I'm like, the Guardians of the Galaxy is gonna make me cry? I didn't understand that, but we'll get to that later. So I'm listening to him and I'm like, okay, so he got me hyped to watch it. So boom, the movie gets going, and I'm not too deep in the difference of the Guardians of the Galaxies. I've seen them, but I don't put them all together. And to be honest with you, the way I remember these characters is through the Avengers Endgame, because that's one of my favorite Marvel movies. So because of that, I'm thinking, okay, let me see what's going on. So it kind of starts out with the plot of the Raccoon Rocket, right? And as you would know, Rocket is like super strong, super powerful, especially as a superhero character, because he's so small. He's a raccoon, right? You wouldn't think too much. He's super smart and he can fly planes, but that's all you know about that character from my understanding. So forgive me for all you Guardian of Galaxy fans that really know what's going on, but from my point of view, they never explained his story. And to me, this was where they got to explain his story. So he starts out and is going. Another thing that the actor Chuck Woody said was it had a lot of action, right? And the action scenes were super impactful. So I was looking for that. So as the movie gets started, boom, action starts. And the raccoon is hit by, I don't know this characters, I'm sorry, but he was the gold character he was just super gold and super strong and had the mind of a child. But he came through, boom, hit him. And you see what's going on with him on the inside, because after they get everything, I don't want to tell the whole movie. So as they get everything together, everybody comes back, they figure out that Rocket is hurt, right? And they strap the little piece on him to see, and they notice that he's got something strapped on to him. But they don't know nothing about Rocket. Rocket ain't talked about nothing, and I'm assuming that this has been this whole time. They haven't explained his story. So with the fact that now you don't have Rocket, I felt like it was playing on the emotions right there. Boom. You get through the movie, it's super action packed, man. And when I tell you every character played their character to the T, every character played their character to the T, man. This is gonna, I'm literally reacting to this the day after I've seen it, right? So I haven't had much time to unpack. I haven't had any time to do any type of research because once again, I'm not a Guardian of the Galaxy's normal watcher. So because I'm reviewing it and writing about it, I'm noticing now like, oh, it's a real plot to this, okay? So along with the super action-packed things that's going on, this movie is funny. I mean, it's all types of jokes. You got the funny jokes. You also have like the dry humor jokes. I mean, all the way around, you got jokes. Then you also got the mixed emotions where it switches and it plays off something like that somebody will do something and it would be stupid, and then boom, now everybody's yelling at them. So it was so many life lessons in this, man. I'm really kind of talking in code because this is kind of early, and when I drop this, I'm gonna drop it on the day of the movie releasing, which is May 5th. And I was able to view the movie May 1st. So I'm reviewing this on May 2nd. I'm giving you the timeline. So because of that, I don't want to tell everything because everybody ain't gonna watch it on the first day. But anyway, and I'm noticing how clear this picture is, especially on this huge movie screen. And I'm thinking, wow, it's really informational for a person like me who does this, because now I know I have to have different edits and different versions for all the platforms. So I'm noticing how good it looks. We get to the end, it's super impactful. Everybody's playing their part perfect. So I'm in the mode where I'm like, man, this movie is amazing. Now, I'm gonna go deep into detail and describe a little bit more in the write-up. So go read the magazine, man. Matter of fact, bam! Yeah, right there, man. Just in case you didn't know, you know now. We're not called FFTV magazine for no reason. So go read the write-up, because the write-up is going to go super in detail. Right now I'm giving like an overview and my review of the movie. So all in all, to come to a close, I give that movie a A. I'm not going to give it an A+ just because it's not technically my type of movie, so it's automatically not going to get an A+ just because it's not like a sport movie. It's not a shoe movie. It's not a music movie. But for it being a comic movie and for what it was, a superhero movie, I give it an A, man. It's a must watch. I will watch it again. I can't wait till it hits Netflix. I'm probably gonna watch it a couple times on Netflix. I was super impressed with the movie. I'm not gonna kid you. The only thing that I give bad, especially in comparing my experiences with these premieres and these private screenings, is the fact that they didn't give us nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? I like gifts, man. What, like in the movie Air, they gave us the sunglasses, man. Where are the gifts? Okay, this movie's gonna make tons of money. Where are the gifts? Where are the gifts? But anyway, man, all in all, like I said, great movie, fantastic movie. I give it an A. I am going to start grading these movies and putting the grade in the magazine so y'all have something to go by. Kind of like how they used to do in The Source, man. Shout out to The Source magazine, and they used to give stuff 5 mics. I see why they did that, because it adds, you know, some validity to the opinion. So you will be getting that soon. But thank y'all for stopping through and listening to my review, the movie review of the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Once again, I am Fonzy, aka Mr. FFTV, and I'm giving this movie an A, man. I'm not gonna kid you. It was a fantastic movie. It's a must-see. I thought it was gonna be a kiddie movie. It was not. Right? It was not a kiddie movie at all. It actually has language in it, to me, not very suitable for kids. But I'm sure your kids hear all of that at school and probably in your household, man. Y'all probably curse like sailors around y'all kids, so y'all probably letting y'all kids watch that type of stuff. But anyway, appreciate y'all once again for stopping by. It's your boy Fonzy, Mr. FFTV himself, and I'm out.